there, and welcome to WPRI.com. I'm Courtney Caligiuri with Chief Meteorologist Tony Petracca here in the Weather Center, and today I wanted to talk to him about the wacky weather we've been seeing this summer.
I mean, it's been like the talk of the water cooler lately.
Absolutely.
I mean, the frequency of thunderstorms this summer, but more importantly, how strong they've been. And I've gotten a lot of questions this summer, and I'm sure you have too. You know, why has it been so active in terms of thunder? So I'm going to give you a little Weather Lesson 101. Are you ready?
Excellent. We're all ready for
Okay,
this.
well, we're going to talk about the weather pattern. The weather pattern has been conducive to thunderstorms. Now, when we talk about the weather pattern, very simply, we're talking about the jet stream. All this is the storm track, you know, the river of air high up in the sky that kind of steers our storm systems, and the shape and the position of the jet stream determines the kind of weather that we have here on the ground. And it's been in this kind of a position. Notice how there's sort of this big dip across New England right over here. This pattern tends to favor stormier weather and more thunderstorms. Quite simply, we've had these little disturbances. We've marked it with a red L, and just think of it as every time one of these red L's comes down along this jet stream, it almost acts like a spark or a trigger, and it sets off scattered showers and thunderstorms. The problem is this pattern has been locked in since roughly late June.
I was going to say June.
Yeah,
right? It's been like 2 months.
It's been a long time. I guess what it really represents is a pool of very cold air high up in the sky. Now, you go to the top of a mountain, does it get warmer or colder?
Colder.
It gets
colder.
frozen. Okay,
so
naturally, the higher you go up in the sky, the air gets colder. However, in this particular setup, the air is unusually cold at high levels of the atmosphere, colder than it should be. And what that does is it promotes what we call instability. Now, you've seen on a nice summer day, you have, where are they? These nice little what we call cumulus clouds.
Yes.
These are called stable clouds. This is what we like to see, you know, the 4th of July weekend.
Familiar sight.
Yeah, but because it's been so cold high above, these clouds become more unstable. They start to grow high up into the sky, and they form what we call these thunderstorms, or these thunderheads, or cumulonimbus clouds. And the net result has been hail. And again, the reason why we've had so much hail is because the air has been unusually cold high above. Of course, we've had the reports of the tornadoes, the funnel clouds.
So these are all connected, you'd say? I mean, because I've never heard of tornadoes, hail, funnel clouds, lightning, all this stuff, they're all connected.
They are,
right?
because, you know, the air is so unstable, it's so unusually cold aloft that you have better chances of hail because it's so cold high above.
Amazing.
You have better chances of funnel clouds and tornadoes. We had the deadly tornado in New Hampshire.
Yeah, they had quite a few.
Yes, we've had 2 tornadoes, 1 water spout, 1 tornado. And then the bigger weather news of late has been the flash flooding. You know, these unstable clouds producing copious amounts of rain in a short period of time. The catch basins can't, you know, drink it all up. The net result, you get flash flooding. We had that in Dartmouth, New Bedford. I know West Warwick has some flash flooding.
Yeah.
So, you know, the thunderstorms have been very memorable because they've been so unusually severe.
Does it end anytime soon? Like, we saw the pattern, and if it's looked like that the whole time.
Patterns are just that. They stick around for several weeks to a couple of months, but at the same time, patterns break. And, you know, it
hopefully soon.
Yeah, and, you know, it takes a while for these patterns to break down. I wouldn't want to see this pattern during the heart of the hurricane season because, unfortunately, in fact, I think I can go back to the...
Which is coming up. Is that August, September? Or
well, the heart of the hurricane season is late August into September. That kind of a jet stream pattern would favor more hurricanes coming up the East Coast. That's something that we're going to look into. Another thing is the water temperature this summer has been unusually warm as well. That may be a factor into why we've had so many strong thunderstorms.
Yeah.
So the water temperature plays a big part as well. It's been unusually warm even for us in the summertime season. So all of this coming into play is the reason why the weather has been so, for lack of a better scientific word, wacky.
Yeah. Is this the most you've seen? I mean, you've been doing this a while. I mean, to have it all in 1 summer or 2 months.
You know, thunderstorms themselves in the summer, you would expect that, but I've been here a long time forecasting weather, and I've never seen, you know, the magnitude, you know, the strength of these storms be so frequent. You know, episode after episode of hail and severe weather.
So close together.
Yeah, it's been unusual. It's kept us on our toes this summer.
So do we at home have anything to worry about, you think? Or it'll probably just fade out and we'll see the fall and maybe we'll be done with the hail,
well, I think, you know,
clouds?
I think just common sense stuff. You know, unfortunately, we've had 2 lightning fatalities.
Yeah.
You know, we tell people, you know, the first rumble of thunder you hear in the distance, you know, it's time to come in.
Yeah.
And then don't go back outside until a half hour after you hear the last rumble of thunder. You know, unfortunately, we had a fisherman in Bristol struck by lightning and killed. We had a lightning fatality, I believe, in Connecticut. We had one in Massachusetts. So sometimes people think, well, you know, the storm is still far away. I'm going to stay out a little while longer before it finally, you know, it doesn't have to be raining. It doesn't have to be real windy for lightning to strike. The storm could be 10 miles away. You can still get a lightning strike.
It travels, though, too, right?
Yeah, it travels a long distance. So the storm could be 10 miles away, but you can still get a lightning strike where you are. So just common sense stuff that, when you hear thunder,
stuff,
come on inside, let the storm pass, and then, go about what you're doing.
So hopefully this is the last of it. We'll see. I don't know. I think they said then end of the week, we may be getting more.
We're gonna, we're gonna try to break the pattern down. But, it seems like every time we try to break it down, it starts to reestablish itself again. So like
loops around.
Yeah, like today, as we're recording this today, it's a beautiful day, but we're seeing signs that it may try to reestablish itself again. So, our live Doppler radar has been pretty busy this summer.
All right. Well, and so is the webpage. So obviously, you folks at home keep checking back on the weather page to pinpoint Doppler radar and see what's going on with our wacky weather for 2008.
We'll keep you updated.
All right. Thanks for watching.